I love originating a new role. You get to really, I love it because you get to work with the playwright and really figure out what was going on in their head and see how you can interpret their vision and make it your own still. So you get to, I like having the playwright there. Is my favorite part about originating a role.
Yeah, and sort of working together like as a team sort of to build the common history of the piece and of the character, which I think is always really interesting because you're the first person to play it, so you're the first person to ask the questions to the playwright and to yourself and to the team, and so I think working together to sort of build that common thread is really interesting and just sort of builds itself to a more interesting character and to some more like real honest choices. So, yeah.
What's exciting is, since it's unfinished, is that anything is possible, and also knowing that the choices that we make in this process now will most definitely inform how the story continues to go on. Because I'm sure Becca, our playwright, already has a vision of how she wants it to go, but it's kind of exciting to know that we might be able to do things that switch up her thinking, and then I think that just makes it more organic, more honest, that what comes later is based off of what already got to live and breathe and grow spontaneously in the first place.
And it's also difficult because you don't necessarily know the full story. You know, when you're working on one play that is one play, not part of any sort of series, the world is sort of encapsulated in itself, but knowing that there are two other pieces coming, and not knowing necessarily what happens to that character, sort of, it does make it a bit more difficult to sort of fully grasp what is going on in this world, because there are a lot of questions that don't get answered in the first piece because there are two more that are going to be answered. So it makes it a bit more difficult, but it also makes it that much more exciting. So you get to sort of come up with those answers for yourself.
Yeah, and see how this world evolves. I think I would bring probably a picture of my family, which is interesting because I think a lot of people place a lot of value in their family and their loved ones, and that's kind of what they would like to hold on to. But these kids, which is why this world is so dismal, is that these kids don't have anyone to hold on to and remember that, oh yeah, these people used to love me.
I don't know. I've heard maybe one of my boyfriend's swords to defend myself. Perhaps.
You have real swords?
He does have real
swords.
Yeah.
I think what draws me the most to this play, and I think what people will really enjoy, is just being taken to this world that our playwright has created, and getting to sit for over an hour in this messed up world that's been turned upside down. All the morals have been flip-flopped, people's priorities are way out of whack, and just, it's dark, and I think it'll kind of freak you out a little. So people should come see this play if they want to kind of have their insides turned for a second.
And I think also it's a play that you can really relate to. I think both of the characters I've related to in many ways, and they sort of get to the heart of what makes us able to keep going. And I think that's something that we can all relate to, the need to keep going when things get rough. And I think that Becca writes it beautifully, and it's directed wonderfully, and I think that you're watching it, I think you can actually probably relate to it, so I think it would be good for you to see.
Check us out
Check
at
us out.
the Cabrini Repertory Theater, October 3rd, 6th, and 9th.
10th.
3rd, 6th, and 10th. I'm Cal.
I'm Gray.
Come see us.
Come see the show.